You're the pilot of a single engine Cessna and you lose your one engine. What a panic. I want you to follow how cool and calm this pilot is. This has a great outcome at the end. Watch all the way to the end.
Mayday. Skyhawk 3753 Lima's lost all engine power. We are at 2,000 and we are about 5 miles north of Santa Monica looking for a spot to land.
Okay, so this guy is just as cool as a cucumber, and I love, he gives a perfect Mayday call. He says Mayday, Mayday, Mayday 3 times in a row as he's supposed to. He gives his call sign. He states immediately what's wrong with the airplane. In this case, he's lost his one and only engine, and he's looking for a spot to land. He even gives his altitude that he's at 2,000 feet. So he gives all the pertinent information right away to air traffic control. Now, air traffic control is going to come back and try to find him a runway to land on. But I can tell you, if you lose a single engine at 2,000 feet, unless you're right over an airport, you're not going to land on a runway. You're going to land on some little spit of land that looks flat and it's got enough room for you to put it down. I fly a big commercial jet, very, very reliable, 2 huge engines on that thing. Back in the day when I was flying single engine airplanes, you kept your head on a swivel all the time. Why? Because you were always afraid that that engine would die on you. And if it did, you had to look out the airplane all the time. So you're flying, you're monitoring the engine. You're flying your route and you're looking out. If that engine goes dead, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? You're always looking for a piece of land to put it down. This is a good pilot. He does just that. Let's see how it goes.
Number 375 Lima Santa Monica Tower. Landing will be from your crew line on any runway. The wind is speed are at 8 up to 2 and 9 or 8.
Yeah, we're not going to be making the runway. Looking for a spot right now.
Okay, listen to how cool and calm he is. He says, we're not going to make the runway. We're looking for a spot right now. Oh, my word. I'm not sure I could be that calm and collected, but this guy, you know what? He's just doing his job. He's doing the next thing. And that's what's really important about being a good pilot is you compartmentalize. You could be in a panic and hyperventilate, or you could go, you know what? I need to find a place to put this airplane down and I'm going to find a good one. It's not going to be that runway at Santa Monica. I've flown in and out of Santa Monica several times. Wonderful airport. Lots of runways to land on there. But in this case, he's not going to make it. So he's looking for something suitable. Let's see what he finds.
Right now. Number 57 Lima Roger, landing will be at your own risk. We will try to have personnel ready on the ground here.
Okay, so there are some things that don't need to be said. Some things that go without saying, I suppose, is a better way to put it. Landing at your own risk, okay? Well, number one, you always land at your own risk. There's nobody else there helping you, assisting you. But having said that, it's kind of the air traffic controller trying to put in perspective, I think, in his own mind, what's about to happen. And you hear... he gets kind of dark at the end of his statement. He kind of tapers off with, basically, I hope it all works out for you. He kind of is afraid of what's coming. It has a good outcome, though.
At Santa Monica Tower, we got 2 souls on board, and we're gonna try to make a field up here. There's not many good spots to land, so we're gonna do our best.
Oh, my word. And that makes it even worse for me. There's 2 people on this airplane. If it's just me, you know what? I'm not looking out for somebody else, but now I would be distracted as a pilot. Let's say it's my brother or my sister or my mom or dad or just a friend. And all of a sudden our engine is quit and I'm looking for a place to land. And my friend's sitting there going, what do we do? Hey, hold on. You know what? I got to concentrate on what's coming next. I love this guy's demeanor. He is a good pilot. And he's going to get this thing safely down on the ground. But right now he's looking around and he doesn't see a lot of good alternatives. We'll be right back. But first, a word from our sponsor. I don't know about you, but I'd probably lose my head if it wasn't screwed on straight, according to my wife. One of my greatest fears is forgetting my address, social security number, or some other piece of personal information. Luckily, I don't have to remember it because data brokers and shady internet companies already have it memorized for me. Thanks to them, my most private information is just a Google search away. And I'm sure you're in the same boat. But for the strange, privacy-obsessed members of my audience who don't want their personal data bought and sold like baseball cards, there's Incogni, today's sponsor. Incogni talks to data brokers on your behalf and forces them to remove your personal data from their databases and public sites. And look, there's never been a better time to start using it than right now. Why? Because phishing, spoofing, and other scams are skyrocketing, and they're being driven by by exposed personal data. In fact, in 2024 alone, 72% of elder fraud cases involved victims whose data was floating around online. We're talking about $4.2 billion in losses just from data-enabled scams targeting seniors. And phishing attacks alone are up 700% over the past year. It's not just annoying spam calls anymore. It's your parents, grandparents, and neighbors getting wiped out financially because their info is too easy to find. Just last year, my wife almost fell victim to one of these scams after somebody got her information off the web and tried to impersonate our bank to get her to withdraw money. So do yourself and your family a favor. Head to the link in the description below to get an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni plan. And don't forget to use my special code, Captain Steeve. And a special thanks to Incogni for sponsoring today's video. Sponsors like this make it possible for us to keep creating content for you.
November 53, Lima, right.
What else do you say but Roger, right?
Santa Monica Tower, Cessna 53440, holding short runway 21 for left close traffic.
November 53440, Santa Monica Tower, west coast traffic, runway 21, clear to land.
So they're doing the normal traffic back and forth with people taking off and landing. And meanwhile, these guys are waiting to hear 2,000 feet. It's not going to take them long to impact the ground. And they're like, is this guy going to make it or not? It gets kind of tense.
I'm sorry, November 440, runway 21, clear for takeoff.
Clear to takeoff, 21440.
Tower Unit 2, can you state the position of the inbound aircraft? With it?
Unit 2, the inbound aircraft, they're about 2 miles south of the Getty. They're over the Riviera Country Club. I'm being told they're at 500 feet indicated.
Okay, so the Getty is a country club, or it's a venue, and they're about 2 miles south of that. So he's trying to give him a position. This is the response vehicles that will go out and try to find this guy wherever he is.
Roger.
Okay.
November 53, Lima, Santa Monica Tower.
Oh, guys.
Ah, here it is. Look at him. Look at him coming in. Where did he pick the land? Look at this guy.
I'm not.
Look at his engines. It's completely dead. He's going to go right across that road, right onto the other fairway, down into the bunker, and around. Look at the golfers. All right, look at the golfers. These guys are standing there, and they're staring. They're going, did I just see with my eyes what really happened? An airplane just came in, and look what? He didn't crash. He actually landed this thing. So he's dead sticking this thing in. He goes across the road. He pulls it up a little bit before he hits the curb, right? So he doesn't tear the wheels off the airplane. And he has just enough altitude to go and come back. And he goes across the putting green. These guys are getting ready to go out and tee off. And they're on the putting green by the country club. And this airplane just comes in. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
There he is.
Santa Monica Tower 2, you copy?
This is November 53, Lima calling.
3753 Lima, we're down, okay, nope, so we are on the golf course.
We're on the golf course. His radios still work. Look, the airplane is still completely intact. This is unbelievable. What a great job this guy did. And now look at all the golfers out. And of course, everybody's on their phone, right? Taking a picture of it and talking, calling their wives and going, hey, honey, guess what? Take a look at this. Here's a FaceTime of what's going on in front of me. But you know what? And not only that, but this guy's color coordinated with the golf course. It's a green and white airplane. Unbelievable. I want to meet this guy someday. Excellent pilot, great attitude, cool as a cucumber all the way down. Let's see how this concludes.
November 53, Lima, thank you. We are sending personnel there. We're letting them know that you're at their golf course. So, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for your help. No, so we walk away with.
Wow. No injuries so far. The two occupants on board received no injuries. Nobody on the ground received any injuries. If you're going to ditch a single engine airplane that's lost its engine, a golf course is a great alternative if you can find one, right? Nice long fairways. They're fairly smooth to land on. You got the green, in this case, a putting green. I can't say enough good things about this pilot. This guy did a great job of keeping the blue side up and not losing his cool in the midst of the worst situation a pilot can face. You've lost your one and only engine, and fortunately it was good weather that day. and winds and everything else, but you can see him coming across that golf course. The engine wasn't turning at all. And that's another disconcerting thing. You don't hear that vibration. You don't feel the vibration. You don't hear the noise of the engine. All you see is that prop out there doing like this. And you know you got one shot to get it down. And he does. Wow. Kudos. This is a great, great outcome on this one. Well, now you know. I'm Captain Steeve. Fly safe. Hey, don't go yet. Do me a favor. Like and subscribe to this video, and a super big shout out to our friends at Voss Aviation for creating the video that we reacted to today. Thanks, guys.